Again, if you guys have any disagreement or just think that the ranking's awesome in the chat, let me know. And we can have some fun discussions off of that. But yes, pound for pound rankings. On the men's side, let's start at number 10. The first couple don't really change. Alex Volkanovski, no, he does not have a championship anymore, but the only losses he has are to guys who are in the top 5 in the pound for pound. So you can kind of excuse a few of those, and I still think talent-wise, he deserves to be there. At 9, it is Leon Edwards. Again, a tough loss. It's against someone who is a bit above him in the rankings, and he did have 2 wins over Kamaru Usman when I had Usman very high in the pound for pound. So I have to include him in this list. Our first change comes at number 8 as Merab Dvalishvili makes his way into the rankings, winning a UFC championship, beating someone who we had at 4 previously in the rankings with Sean O'Malley. By the way, O'Malley out of the rankings entirely. That was a pretty one-sided loss, and so I felt like I had to really drop him out, given the level of competition that there are, in the pound-for-pound rankings. At 7, Bilal Muhammad, the welterweight champion, coming off of a win over Leon Edwards in his last bout. At 6, it's John Jones. If we are going all-time, obviously, this might be a little bit different, but just due to inactivity, he has to go down a little bit on the list. At 5, it is Tom Aspinall. An unbelievable heavyweight run so far, and just with how aggressively he is knocking people out, and the fights that he has been able to put on, and the quality of fighters he has been able to beat, he absolutely is deserving of being in the top 10. If Sean O'Malley gets knocked out of the top 5, of the top 4, that means a new person has to go in, and it is Ilia Topuria. He's beat Volkanovski. That gets you up there. Now he has a very big fight with Max Holloway coming up. A very, very interesting bout, and one that I think sets him up to like almost a legacy-defining fight, so to speak, for him. So he comes in at number 4. At 3, it is Dricus du Plessis. Again, he beat Israel Adesanya when Izzy was at the top of these rankings. He beat Sean Strickland when Strickland made his way into these rankings. He has been able to control things as a fighter, and I have him at number 3. At 2, it is Pereira, middleweight champ. Former middleweight champ, now the champion at 205 pounds. I want him to go up to heavyweight and have some fights. If he does that, he rockets to number 1. But just an unbelievable talent, and someone whose star has been on the rise in this company for a really long time. So he comes in at 2. And at number 1, it is Islam Makhachev. I know Dana White said that anyone who has him at number 1 is insane. Well, call me insane then. 2 wins over Volkanovski, who was at number 1 at the time, certainly has to have you there. He has been dominant in basically every performance that he has had, with the exception of one against Volk. I don't see how you don't, with the resume that he has, put him at number 1 in the pound-for-pound rankings.